All right, in this video, I'm going to go through vendor and broker registration training. So the first thing you'll notice is that right now I'm on the vendor registration training. If you want to watch the broker registration training, I'm going to do that second so you can fast forward. All right, so if you're a vendor, you'll get to this page here. And to register yourself, you'll click right here under I'm a new registrant. You'll click on register. And now we are on the next page where you're going to need to find your company. So vendor, what you need to do here is click on search and type in your company name. So for me, I'm gonna use my fake account that I created called Parenzo, and I'll just click on it, click select, and now I'm gonna go ahead and answer these questions. Are you attending the physical show? If you're not, just click no, and then you can click next and move on. If you are going to attend the physical show, click yes, and then you're going to have to enter a series of questions here that are all required. So, do you need access to the kitchen? Yes or no? I'll put yes. Will you require assistance from the kitchen staff? Whatever answer you want to put here, yes, test, heat and serve, yes, lamp, or whatever it might be that you need. Read through this. Thank you for participating. By signing below, you're agreeing to the booth fee. I'm going to click yes. And I agree to pay the booth cost of $32.50. And you'll have to sign your name here and click upload signature. Okay, and then you're all set with the questions. If you need to pay for power, you can click here and that'll take you to a separate link where you can actually pay for your power. And then if you need to book your hotel, you can click here and that will actually take you through that process as well. So now that we've answered our questions on this page, we can go ahead and click next. And here's where I'm going to enter my first name and last name and my email address. Are you attending the vendor dinner on Tuesday? Yes, I am. And then I'm going to click next. Okay, on this page, you can actually add an additional attendee. So if you want to register one of your colleagues to join and come to the show for a badge as well, what you'll do is click add an additional attendee. And here's where you can enter their name. So we can just go ahead and type in their first and last name, enter their email address. You'll want to use theirs because it's going to send them an email with the confirmation afterwards. Are you attending the vendor dinner? Yes or no? Click next. And now we've got our attendees here. You can remove somebody if you want. Just click remove. And then we're going to click next. Okay, on this page, we have two options. We can either pay for our booth, or if we're just doing the online only portion, you can come down here and select your quantity. So what you'll want to do is make sure your quantity is listed at 0, and then enter your quantity for whichever option you're going with. So for example, if you're doing online only, just click 1 here, and that'll be it. If you're doing your booth, you can either choose between 1 or 2. So if you're just doing one booth, select 1, click the name. And then if you're doing 2 booths, select 2, click the name. You can see your grand total is listed here. And then if you do have a coupon, you can enter that in here and hit apply. So I'm only going to do quantity 1 for the booth. And then I'm going to click next. And now we're going to have our review page here. You can see for the Parenzo vendor, me, and then here's the vendor name, the other person I'm registering, and then the other purchase I'm registering. And then at the bottom, you can see the booth fee total is $32.50. And now I'm going to click complete registration. Once I do that, I'm going to receive an automated email that's going to have my login credentials to log into the show and start negotiating. All right, so registration successful. That was the vendor registration process. The next portion I'm going to go over is the broker registration process. So here we are on the broker registration page. You can always tell because up top it says broker or vendor. So again, I'm going to go ahead and click register here. And now we can go ahead and start the process. You'll notice right here it says broker and I need to find my company. So I'll click search and I'm going to use my fake account Parenzo that I set up. So I type it in, find them, click on it and click select. And you'll notice down here, if you're having any issues with registration, please email showsupport@parenzo.com. You can always reach out to me there and I'll be happy to assist you. So we'll click next, and here's where we can actually enter our first and last name. So let's say we are registering ourselves, and make sure you use your own email address here. I know I'm using mine just because I'm doing a test registration. Click next. Okay, and from here, what you'll see is a list of the different vendors that you actually manage. So in this instance, if you're just managing one vendor, you'll choose participating right here. You have to do that, and then you'll click next. And you'll see that we've already got a few test registrations under our broker here. Yours will be empty to start. If you need to add another person, if you need to add somebody from your brokerage, you'll click right here on the dropdown, make sure it says brokers, and click add an additional attendee. If you want to register someone for one of your vendors, choose this dropdown and click on vendors and click add an additional attendee. And here you'll find your vendor. Okay, it's for Cooper. You want to register someone for Cooper. They're not going to attend the physical show, or maybe they are, and you can answer those questions. And then you just go through the registration process here. We're going to do test. We're going to say no. Okay, and now you can see here for the vendor, Cooper Foods, we have Josh Test. And then for the broker, Parenzo, we have Alex and Josh as well. So if that's all, we're going to go ahead and click next. And then down here, we will go ahead and leave this at 0 unless you need to get a booth, assuming your vendors don't have one. And then we'll go ahead and click next. And then we'll click complete registration. And now you're going to get an automated email with credentials to log in. And just remember, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to showsupport@parenzo.com for assistance. And that's all.